Good morning once again from Big Bend National Park. Today I'm going to be attempting Vernon Bailey Peak, which is that one right there. I'm on what's called the window trail right now. That little gap is the window there, and I'm going to make my way down into the gap, catch another trail, I think the Oak Spring Trail or the Oak Canyon Trail. Go up that on the backside a little ways and then go off trail and try to make it up to the summit. This side right here is very steep, as you can see. The backside has a bit more of a slope to it, so I'm gonna go give that a shot. I think I have a good route picked out and I think it'll work. I was actually here 4 weeks ago doing the very same thing. I gave up, actually not really that far from the summit, at least elevation wise, of Vernon Bailey, but I think I have a better route this time. I was a little frustrated and not as prepared as I needed to be. And I was also a little disappointed that I couldn't do the Lost Mine Trail last time too. That's what I actually came for last time, and it was closed. So that kind of made me a little disappointed right off the bat. Anyway, I think the route I have picked out should work, although it is going to be difficult. I don't think more than a quarter mile to go, and then I'm going to leave this trail and branch off to the right on the Oak Spring Trail, I think it's called. And then that'll start heading up. So my lowest elevation here is right around 4,800 feet. The summit of Vernon Bailey is 6,670, I'm pretty sure. So 1,800 foot climb. Going through the final stretch of the canyon here. Okay, the window is a quarter mile to the left, and the Oak Springs are 2 miles this way, but I'm heading maybe just a quarter to half a mile this way, then I'll go off trail. So that, I think, was my lowest point right there. And it's gonna be uphill from here. I just made my way up maybe about 100 or 200 feet elevation gain. I'm on the trail now, or the trail again still, and heading now to the backside of Vernon Bailey Peak. So just a little bit of a downhill, and it is going to get steep after that, and a little bit more dangerous. You're climbing up a lot of rock slides and loose scree, some vegetated areas, but I just have to be extra careful. Just take really small steps and take my time. If I try to push it too fast, I'm just going to end up sliding, slipping, knocking rocks out. So this is the time where patience will be a major factor, and just, reining myself in terms of trying to step too big and step too fast. Okay, here's where I'm leaving the trail. So it's gonna get tough now. I'm gonna put the camera away, get the gloves on, and just really take my time. All right, just working my way up the rock slide carefully. Was in the vegetation lower down, and then it's been more of the slide recently. I got jabbed by a agave plant, I guess, or whatever these things are, but there's my arm. It looks worse than it is. It's swollen a little bit, and I don't know if a piece of the thorn is still inside of me or not. I tried to squeeze it out, but nothing came out. Anyway, nothing major. If it looks like it's swelling up a lot worse, I will turn around. Anyway, gotta head somewhere up in this direction, either straight and then right, or right a little sooner. Okay, I just came up through the ravine down there. I left the big rock slide where I was last filming and kind of headed up to the right. There was another possibility of, I think, behind that cliff face right there, going up the other side. I'm not sure if that would have been a better way or not, but I'm basically committed to this side right now. So I'm going to head up here, probably in the gap there between the cliff and the other rocks sticking out, and then just see what happens there. If I can't get it from here, I can't get it from here, and I'm gonna head back down after that. But it's steep and not the safest thing in the world, so I just have to take my time and be careful. But I could possibly be close to the summit. We'll find out if there's a route up this way. Okay, I'm just kind of getting my landmarks here for the descent. There's the water tank, there's that peak there, and then Carter here. So I have to kind of go down right here, and then I make my way to the right and I go back through the gap I came through. I'm pretty sure I'm going to summit this. I mean, there may be something I run into up here that's not going to be climbable, but it may just be a little ways up there. It might not be too far at all. So I think I picked the right route. Hopefully just a little further I'll be standing on the top of Vernon Bailey Peak. Okay, looking at the summit marker of Vernon Bailey Peak. This is definitely one of the toughest climbs that I've done, and definitely one of the most satisfying too, especially since I failed last time. But I picked the right route, luckily. I'm glad I did not go to the left where I had a choice, because I probably would have run into the cliff over here. It's really steep, just a little ways down. It's still early. I need to check the time here pretty soon. I've been up here for a couple minutes already. I left a couple rocks on the pile, make it a little bigger. I looked around, I didn't see anything under there. I'm not gonna dig the whole thing out just to see if there's a summit log, but I'm gonna get going here in a few minutes. Just wanna check out over here. It gets really steep pretty fast. Yeah, not too far down, it looks like a cliff, especially right there. I mean, there may even be a route down this way, I mean, be pretty rough. But I have to get back down into one of those gaps over there. Somewhere around there, I think. And then just head down this way, and then I'll be reversing directions. And then back to the trail. Okay, here's the panoramic view from the top of Vernon Bailey Peak. Approximately north in this direction. Northeast. This is facing east. Clouds are rolling in a little bit more. I don't want to get covered in clouds up here. They should be a while though if they do come this far. Facing south, there's Emery Peak. You can see the other peak in the back there off to the left of Emery. That's Townsend Point. There's another named peak over here. I can't remember what it's called. There may be more named peaks. And then Carter Peak down there. And then this is kind of west, somewhere right around this direction. Alright, I am going to head back down the way I came, carefully. Should be faster on the way down. I won't have to use as much energy and take as many breaks. Okay, I just came down from right there. I was up here, and then that's when I kind of headed off a little beyond that little cliff right there, and then up to the left. So I came down here, down, And now I have to go back through the gap between the bigger cliff and the other rock here, which is right here, and basically straight down this ravine to the rock slide, and then I'll head left. Okay, I'm back here at this rock slide, which is what I came up. Now what I did when I came up, I called this the trail. I left the trail right here. So there's this area up here, which would potentially be climbable in some way. And I went up through the gap here. And then you get up a little higher. It looks like it's going to be better climb, but it actually just turns into a rock slide, and I climbed up that. I think I was on the right of that face there. There's a place where it looks like you could either go left or right, but take the right, and then you're going to see a cliff and another rock on the right side of the cliff, and you go up through the gap there, and then that's where I went up to the left. So it's slippery, it's wet here still. I've been sliding a lot, falling backwards. Just have to make my way down this rock slide to a big rock, and then I'll start heading off to the left. Okay, so I'm back here at this big rock. This rock was here. Looks like someone could have potentially set it there. But anyway, so now I'm going to start heading a little bit more to the left, basically straight in that direction of that outcropping, and then I'm going to be down below a little cliff closer to the bottom. But making good progress. Should be down in hopefully half an hour or so. Okay, I just made it down from the left of that cliff along the rock slide, and I'm back into a little bit more vegetated area here. I'm surprised, where is everybody coming up? No one's coming up. I think you could actually make a trail here if you really wanted to, but it'll take a ton of work. So anyway, I'll just be right to the right of that little cliff right there, and then basically straight in the direction I'm pointing the camera is the way I need to go. So it looks like another bigger rock slide over there, then more vegetation, and then I will be back to the trail. Okay, right here is where I rejoined the trail. I'm not sure, I think I left it down just a little further. I think just a little further, nah. I think it's actually up this way just a little bit more. Yeah, it's just a little further up here, I think. There's that outcropping. I think out there is Oak Springs. That would be my guess. That'd be an easy hike someday if I want to do that. Something to take the family on. Anyway, there's Carter. Well, the clouds are building on Vernon Belly Peak. I'm not exactly sure if I can kind of see where I was at or if it was further behind that top part up there, but wow, these clouds are really building. Anyway, I'm heading back up the Oak Spring Trail, close to the window area here. Haven't seen one person yet. Should be back in 15 minutes, maybe a little bit more. I'm going at a pretty good pace. Okay, back to the trailhead. I'll check my time soon. That was Vernon Belly Peak. Great challenge. That was really fun. Glad I made it, glad I went the right route. Would have been cool to be up there with the clouds, but not if they're too thick. So I got off soon enough anyway. Alright, that's it from Big Bend National Park and the climb of Vernon Belly Peak.